what's happening, everyone? Welcome on back to the channel on this beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whichever, or nighttime, actually, whichever it may be for you. Hope that the video is finding you well. Let's go ahead and get back to some Pat Metheny group. We're going to listen to this track, Last Train Home, off the album Still Life Talking, released in 1987. We listened to the first track here, and Kunan, over on YouTube, said that this track is pretty good as well. So, I'm trusting you. So let's go ahead. And Kunan, don't you live also in Orlando? I think that you live in Orlando as well, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, let's listen to the track. We'll talk about it after. Last Train Home. Let's go. Definitely got the locomotive started. Have we listened to this before? Because this sounds really familiar. So there's a few things about this track. First of all, I've definitely heard the main melody before, like definitely. But I can't say I recognize like the rest of the track necessarily. So this is kind of in between a first listen and a song review, where it's kind of in between, because I definitely have heard that melody, like definitely the even the piano notes in the back, like. But I can't tell you where. To be honest, it's making me think, like, have I heard this song before on the channel? Because it sounds like something like Pistorius would play or something, but I don't see anything on my channel about this song. Just checking really quick, just to make sure I didn't. No, I don't see anything. Last Train? Okay, no, I'm not seeing it. Okay, it just sounds really familiar to me. Anyways, the main instrument that's leading, my first thought was fretless bass, but you can clearly hear the bass playing in the back. You can hear that. So I'm thinking perhaps Pat is playing like a fretless guitar, because it has that sound, right? That wow. When you hear that warp of pitch, that wow, like that makes me think of a fretless instrument. So I'm leaning towards a fretless guitar of sorts, or could just be Mr. Metheny putting his Metheny magic into it and making it sound that way through some interesting filter or whatever. Anyways, the song is titled Last Train Home. So when I think of that, I'm thinking of like it's nighttime, you hop on the train, the subway, whatever it may be. You hop on the train, you settle into the station at nighttime. There's a few other people in there with you, but it's an empty carriage. And slowly but surely, the train begins to pick up speed and move out of the station towards home. Let's take that idea in the music and with how Pat Metheny and the rest of the band are taking us on this locomotive journey. Because with the drums, with just the constant pats of the what are those things called? Oh my god. The brushes, right? That's going to be Paul Wertico on the drums. That constant patting on the drums with the brushes there, it's fast tempoed, but it's soft. Kind of like if you were to sit on the train, you put your headphones in, and then the train goes. You still hear the background noise. You still hear station noises. By the way, there does seem to be, at least in two instances, some sound effects, perhaps of a station in this track. And then the train gets off. It's moving fast, and yet there's a calmness, there's a tranquility to it, because there's also that relief of going home. That emotion, that feeling, I think is really nicely captured by the band here. Of course, with the lead guitar, just how soft and melodic it is. If there's one word, I'm going to use two words, but if there's two words I can use to describe this track, it's liquid, especially with that front melodic instrument, just guiding you along so organically to the end of the river, proverbially. And then flow, because this song has this beautiful natural flow to it that is just so critical in playing to the feeling here. That's all very beautiful. The piano playing as well is gorgeous. The instrumentation, or the piano melody underneath it, bum 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 bum. Like it's taking its time in getting us to where we want to go. Of course, that's going to be Lyle May's frequent Metheny collaborator on the piano there. It's just very, very lovely, but whatever Metheny is playing up front, whether it's a fretless guitar or a guitar with some sort of filter or sound on it, that is absolutely gorgeous. And then you even have, I pulled up the lyrics because I heard some voices singing in there, but they seem to be, I'm assuming, singing wordless melodies, because there's no lyrics here that I found. So But that was a nice gorgeous surprise as well, and I feel like that's pulling into that final station. That's the feeling when you turn that bend and you know that you're almost there. You're about to hit home. I think that was a gorgeous track. Let me know what you guys thought, however, in the comments below. You can follow me over on a few places that are spitting here on the screen. Thank you so much, as always, for listening to the music alongside with me, and I hope that you come back tomorrow. Bye, guys.